This is the first thing I would do if I wanted to start writing a book. It doesn't matter what genre you're writing in, but once you've picked one, I would do a wide Google search to figure out how many different types of structures, story structures, formats, and templates there are for that genre. And I'd look at the different variations and see which one best suits the story I'm trying to write. Now, because I'm starting a story from scratch and I don't really know what I want to write, I'm going to keep all these formats or story structures at the back of my mind. I'm going to write it down or put it on a Word document or an Excel template. Any easily accessible place so that once I figure out exactly what story I'm trying to write, I can see what template best suits my story. The second thing I'd research is a list of the essential scenes that need to be featured in my story. I'd make a note of every single one of them, including the ones that are non-negotiables and others that are just nice to have. The third thing I'm going to do is pick a list of 3 to 5 books in that specific genre that have done really well. So something that's new and popular and modern, something that's a perennial, just an age-old, timeless classic, and any other books that I think would be interesting to me and would represent how I'd want to tell my story. I'd also make sure to pick different authors. I'd begin by reading each and every book, and I would see how closely the authors stick to the story structure. I would see how much they deviate from it, and just how much room there is to play and how much room they've used. I'd look to see if they covered the essential scenes, and if they did, how they did it in their own unique way to represent themselves as authors within the bounds of them telling their story, so that I can see how I can better tell my story. And as I read through these stories by these published authors, I'm going to have a look at what I like and what I don't like, and I'm going to try and understand why I like them and why I don't like them, and how it pertains to me writing my own story, what I can avoid, what I can incorporate, just things that I can be inspired by, and I'd make a ton of notes. So luckily, we're going to be doing this together, so I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to do, exactly what Word documents I'm going to save, what I write down, what I put in my Excel spreadsheet, just so that we have a better idea of how to start this writing process. So everything I've listed is exactly what I'm going to get started on right now. I'll share all the books I'm reading so that you can follow along if you want to. My genre is murder mystery, specifically because I'm completely unfamiliar with it. And my aim with this is to show you that no matter what genre you're writing in, character is always going to be key. And the concept of murder mystery is intriguing to me because it just feels like there's a lot of moving parts and there's a lot to know. So it would be really nice to dissect exactly what that means and exactly what we need to know to write a story. Not just in the murder mystery genre, but in any genre. I want to show you how achievable it is to write a book. So if it's something you've been dreaming about doing, this is genuinely the place to start. And I'll be as honest as I possibly can, and I'll tell you exactly what's frustrating me about the process and exactly what I'm doing to keep on track with my writing goals. I'll let you know exactly what type of story I'm going to try and write as soon as I figure it out, so there won't be any twists and turns or any major plot reveals, because I'm going to keep you in the loop. So let's get started.